Hello everybody, this is Riley and welcome to Otherworldly Gaming. If you're a little bit confused, I was formerly known as Riley Plays, but did a little bit of rebranding. Today I'm going to be talking about Hokko Life, which is now in early access. I did a video on this previously, but wanted to go over it again because it already looks better. What I first noticed looking at just this trailer for even just 2 seconds is that everything already looks better. I don't know if that's just my imagination, but even the villagers, the animal people, just look more detailed. The textures look better. I don't know, that could be my imagination, but if you go back and watch my previous video, then maybe you'll be able to notice a difference. Even the hair looks better. I'm not going to watch all of the videos. They're here on Steam if you want to watch them. But I'm just going to do another basic overview of this game. And also, from what I can tell, the developer is doing a live stream, so you can also watch that. But I'd also like to do another video where I actually sit down and play the game. For now, I'm just going to go over what it is. Basically, it's a competitor to Animal Crossing. Just from watching this for 2 seconds, you can see there's a town full of animal people, there's bug hunting and fishing, and even resource gathering. So right away here you got somebody fishing. Looks like it has its own little fishing system. Bug catching. So yeah, it's basically, the seasons change. I didn't notice that the first time. So basically it's Animal Crossing for people who don't have access to a Switch, or if you just want more variety. Since my last video, I've been lucky that I have a Switch now and I've played the new Animal Crossing, but that hasn't taken away my interest for this. And if you're on the fence about Animal Crossing, I'd say this is already a lot more affordable as well, because Animal Crossing, as your typical Nintendo game, is around like $80, and I think it's like $90 when you add in the tax. That's Canadian, so maybe it's more like $80 or $70 in the States. But here, and this is in Canadian price, it's $22. And there are certain things I noticed in this game that already look, I don't know, almost more interesting than Animal Crossing. You see, you have weather, you have things that you'd expect from Animal Crossing, but this is what really caught my eye, was the design. You can build your own furniture. You can like move things up and down, change the shapes, change the colors. It also has like and you can decorate a villager's home. So it's almost kind of competing with Animal Crossing's Happy Home designer too. So it's almost competing with two games in that respect. So it's kind of the best of both worlds, but you can go off the grid, you can place things outside, but she designed this herself. Like, you can go in and pick all of the colors and add things to the furniture. Like, in that regard, it already seems more advanced than Animal Crossing. I noticed when you were like drawing on the shirt, like if you've played Animal Crossing, there's a system where you can make your own clothes and decorate them. And I noticed that when drawing on the shirt, it didn't seem to be on the grid. Like, there weren't those little boxes. So before I launch into this, I'll just go over what early access is. Why early access? As a primarily one-person studio, tackling such a large project such as Hokko Life takes a lot of time. Filling the game with enough exciting items to unlock and collect, a good amount of amusing and interesting dialogue, as well as adding depth to the different gameplay features is a big undertaking. By bringing the game to early access first, I can continue to develop and improve the game, along with the support and input from the community. During early access, I will be getting you involved to help shape the world of Hokko, delivering updates and improvements over the coming months. Approximately how long will this game be in early access? The early access period exists to expand on the base game and turn Hokko Life into a well-rounded package for full release. Hokko Life will continue to be in early access until it is deemed to be a complete and solid experience, and one that the community enjoys. How is the full version planned to differ from the early access version? I'll be continuing to build upon the base that is the early access release. filling the game with more content such as expanded clothing and avatar styles, a wider selection of pieces for use in furniture and item designs, more brushes and paints for designing clothing and other patterns. With the help of the community, I'll also be adding new gameplay and continuing to make quality of life improvements to the game. What is the current state of the early access version? The focus of the early access game has been to deliver a solid core experience for players, which may be rough around the edges, unbalanced, and not as full with content as intended. All base gameplay, a collection of content and items for players to purchase and unlock, a starting selection of villagers to befriend, and all the tools needed to design, decorate, and expand your town exists in the game's current state. A first pass of balancing has been performed. Prices and unlock stages can be a little unbalanced in its present state. The introduction to the game and tutorial is in its early stages. Each version of the game is tested prior to release on Steam, although due to its in-development nature, you are likely to come across bugs and other issues. Sharing designs through the creator catalog is in its first implementation. And the game will cost more when early access is done. How are you planning on involving the community in your development process? The community will be kept up to date continuously throughout development. The Discord server will act as a hub for all players and will host competitions, polls, and discussions on the current and future development plans for the game. A big part of Hokko Life is the freedom to be yourself and express your creativity through your own designs. By involving players in the development, it is my intention to build an experience that is open and welcoming for everyone. So, looks like there's an update coming in July. First of all, I'm impressed if there's just one person making this. One person is literally competing with Nintendo, so yeah, I couldn't make a video game by myself, that's for sure. I've been playing with the idea of doing a visual novel, but even that, I'm like, how am I going to do music? How am I going to do the arts? And one person is doing this. Welcome to Hokko. Step off the train into the town of Hokko and get settled into your new home. This quiet village needs your help to turn it into the charming rural town everyone loves. With hammer and paints in hand, it's up to you to design, build, and decorate homes for all of your new friends. Get creative. Busy yourself away in the dusty old workshop and let your creativity flow. Craft materials and combine them in whatever way you desire to create new and wonderful furnitures and items for your town. Collect flowers, mix paints, and use them to design wallpapers, flooring, and even clothing. Will you design an urban industrial furniture collection or maybe a bright flowery wallpaper set? With all of the workshop at your disposal, you'll have complete freedom to design a town your villagers will absolutely love. Features. Craft. Head to the forest or the abandoned mine to chop, mine, and dig for resources. Take what you've collected back to town and craft them into materials you can use in your own designs. Design. Gather your materials and head into the workshop to put your own spin on every item in the game. Use the design table to build your own furniture, combining different shapes and materials in a simple but powerful editor. Paint. Pop on your overall, get out those brushes and throw some color down. You can design wallpaper, flooring, and even t-shirts for you and the villagers to wear. Get everyone in town wearing your own unique designs. Build. Enlist the help of the resident builder and start expanding the town. Place buildings wherever you like and get them ready for new villagers to move in. Decorate. Customize the interior and exterior of any home. Choose designs and place furniture to make a home your new friends will love. Fish. Spend a quiet morning at the various fishing spots around the world of Hokko and build your fishing collection. Fish have unique habits, so you'll need to vary your approach, with each catch providing its own challenge when you reel in. Bug hunt. Fluttering and scuttling about the world of Hokko, you'll find a whole range of insects for you to catch and build your collection with. Keep an eye out, you never know what might be hiding in that bush. So that's about it. I'm not going to talk too much more, except to say, so far I'm impressed. And it really does look like it does more in some ways than Animal Crossing. I don't know that you get to name your own town. I think the town is just Hokko, but you get to customize it. And what I noticed too was just the placement of the house. That's something you could do in the latest Animal Crossing game, but you still have to visualize it first. And this is literally dragging it and plopping it down. And even it's like doesn't even seem to be on like a grid the way Animal Crossing is either. So it already looks more flexible in that regard. And again, this is also off the grid. So I'm impressed with that. But I'm going to wrap it up there. Thank you for listening. And if you enjoyed this video, please consider liking it and subscribing it. I also plan to do a Sims Let's Play. The main focus of this channel is life simulation with a bit of fantasy, slice of life, that kind of thing thrown in. The main thing will be Sims, but I'll definitely be playing games like this as well. So if you're interested in that, if you're interested in Sims, consider subscribing. Thank you for listening.